Greetings everyone, I'm Iman Mangli and this is my showcase for Perplexity's first global hackathon, and my project is called reMedi. Well, drug development and discovery is a very lengthy and a costly process. It takes almost 10 to 15 years to discover new drugs and costs a lot of money. Well, what does reMedi do? Well, reMedi is an end-to-end medicinal drug discovery, research and design toolkit, which is aimed to make this process of discovery of life-saving drugs much faster. It generates novel compounds from protein structures and models like Tamsin and Fairsec. It predicts binding affinity, and also it has a knowledge graph which is made on top of Stanford's dataset. Well, this is the landing page which you will be greeted with. I'll just tap on start researching now, and let's say I'm researching on sleep apnea. So I'll just name my research apnea and I will continue. I am researching on a very specific compound which is this. It's called mitochondrial ribosomal protein. Well, I want to find out what proteins are related to this gene, and I will use find relation. What find relation uses is, in the back it uses Perplexity's API to write graph queries. So the researcher does not have to write their own graph queries. Now what is happening, it will take some time and it will analyze the result, and Perplexity will give a context on what the result is so that the researcher has more insight on the result. Well, we just got the diseases, and out here if we notice that we have got all the different proteins, and out here if we notice we have got a lot of proteins which are linked to it. Well, one of these proteins is 5OOL, that is a protein database ID. Let's just say I have 5OOL, which is a protein DB ID. What I can do is I can generate compounds for this protein. In the backend, it will be generating compound using Tamsin and Fairsec. Right now, it's going to take me like 3 to 5 minutes on here. Well, we just got our compounds made, and let's see what we got. We got 3 compounds made from this reference for this protein. Well, now what will happen is Perplexity will take this, and now Perplexity will analyze the result and give more insight and feedback on it, just like that. Well, and on it, we can also find the sequence. Like if I just save this somewhere, we will also find the amino acid sequence of this protein. So we'll just get the sequence, and now we got the sequence. This protein got a lot of ligands. So researchers know which sequence to take. Usually it's the ligand sequence, but I cannot quite figure out which one. And right here, Perplexity gives us the most valuable and insightful feedback of this result that is just got generated. Well, and overall, which is going to make it much more helpful for the researchers. And on top of that, if I just paste in and this, what we can do is we can find the affinity, binding affinity, and we just got the binding affinity of 4.92. So this compound can be used, and now on it, researchers can use this compound to make medical drugs. See, as Perplexity here says, 4.92 creates a strong binding interaction between the compound and the protein target. On top of that, we have deep research. What deep research does is it uses Perplexity's deep research model, and it then answers the queries asked by the user or the researcher using knowledge from all over the internet and different articles and everything. So right here, we can just say, how is sleep apnea related to ED? If I just tap on research, and now that the deep research is complete, we can find out what Perplexity said. Along with it, it shows what Perplexity thought, then it shows what it found out, what it researched about it. And under all of that, we also got the citations they use. And in the end, when researcher is done doing actual research, they can generate a report of the whole conversation they had, and it will again use Perplexity's Sonar API to generate a report based on the whole context of the conversation the researcher and reMedi just had. Well, as you can see, it has now generated the report, and I can just view it out here. It's on text file, and I can just view that report here, and it has everything which needed, and that's all. That is the conclusion. This is what reMedi is, and this is how it can help in biomedical research. For more insight, I have put on a PPT in the readme file, and also I have added more insights in the readme file itself. So if you want, you can go through that.